Can you tell me about one mission you did in the Middle East?
Man, I mean, I did a lot, so I was trying to build
one that stuck out the most to you.
Well, I'll tell you this one where I got to kind of skirt around it because obviously it's sensitivity. But I was in this particular country. I won't say what country I was in, and it was only 8 of us Americans in this particular country. Like the closest QRF was on another continent.
Wow.
And the only other Americans weren't military; they were the embassy in this country. And was more to the story, but some device got, let's just say, a sensitive device fell out of the sky and landed somewhere in this particular country, and we had to go get it. And it was just me and another guy, and that was the craziest mission I ever did. Because we're in this country surrounded by a bunch of bad dudes. We have to sneak through this country and retrieve this device. And our only orders from the embassy was do not get killed. As a matter of fact, the ambassador disapproved the mission. He said, nope, whatever happens, happens. When the sun comes up, if people find this device, then we just got to live with it. But the defense attaché, which in every embassy you have a defense attaché, which is like a military liaison. That's the easy way to explain it. Called us separately, called me and my RSC separately, like, yo, go get that thing. Don't get killed. Don't get captured. Don't get killed. We can't wake up the next morning. We can't wake up the next morning and this device be all over the news. And the reason why the ambassador didn't want us to get it is because he didn't want us to get killed or injured. And it was an election cycle. This is another thing going in politics.
Got you.
Anytime there's an election cycle, the operational tempo kind of slows down. So this was like September. I won't say what year. And what was coming up in November? Midterm elections. And anytime there's midterm elections or a presidential election, like this was one thing I hated about the military. Most operations shut down because the politicians in power don't want something to happen, and then they lose votes. So it's like if there's a person that could potentially freaking get killed, like if there's a rescue mission that needs to happen for an important person, and if that rescue mission doesn't happen, that person can get killed. Some politicians will not let that mission happen because they don't want somebody go on that mission. A bunch of service members get killed, or an innocent person get killed, and then they lose votes. It's very political.
All goes down to
there's corruption in every government, right? And so that's what was going on in this particular country. Where the ambassador was like, for him, it was more important for us to not get killed or captured or get found out in this country, right? Than to retrieve this very, very sensitive device that had, sensitive information on it.
Because of politics. Did you retrieve it? We got
it. It was a crazy mission, but yeah, long story short, we got it and obviously got back.